afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Jayant.
Yes, sir.
So, Jayant, in the initial 15-20 minutes, I think 10 minutes I'll take the mark, 10 minutes Vikas will take. And then after that, we will give our feedback and then you can ask your doubts. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, Jayant, introduce yourself with something which is not mentioned in the staff.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jayant Singh Rathore. I come from a border district of Rajasthan, that is Bikaner, and I am a person who likes to meet new people, learn from their experiences. As a person, I am also involved in various kind of sports activities, and I like to involve in various co-curricular activities as well. That has developed a certain kind of leadership skills in me. I am a very passionate and a committed guy, and I try to always give my 100% in whatever task I am involved in. So that are the certain characteristics that define me as a person.
Okay. You are from Bikaner, Rajasthan.
Yes.
What are the major problems of Bikaner? Any three major problems?
Yes. So the first one would be the issue of water scarcity. Since it is in the middle of the Thar Desert, we have issue of water. Secondly, since it is a border district as well, the issue of connectivity is still marked by the border villages that are there. So the Pakistan border is around 140 kilometers from the district headquarters. And there are still various villages that are not connected properly to the district headquarters. Thirdly, sir, I would say that the social issues, the issues of child marriage and dowry, they are still kind of prevalent, especially in the rural areas. These are the three major problems.
But that's across India. Across Rajasthan, child marriage is a major problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are the, suppose you are posted as an SDM in one of the adjoining districts of Bikaner, and that you came to know that there is a child marriage which is going on.
Yes.
What are the options that you have?
Sir, there can be two approaches in that sense. The first can be the softer approach in which, sir, I can try to persuade the community members about they should not go on with the child marriages. Second can be the, sir, harder approach in which there are various sanctions which can be done under the law, especially the Prevention of Child Marriages Act. And sir, there is a unique approach that has been followed in one of the districts in Rajasthan. So a district collector, what he does is he has made various committees of volunteers in various villages. So what they do is they provide intelligence to the district headquarters. So whenever there is a child marriage that has been planned in a particular village, so they particularly inform the district headquarters, and then the authorities they contact the person and they persuade him not to go away with that. So that is, I think, sir, a very effective strategy that can be applied.
Can you tell me any one or two legal provisions under Prevention of Child Marriage Act? Whether it is penalty, whether it is jail, what exactly are the major provisions?
Sorry, sir, I'm not very well versed of the exact legal provisions.
Your father worked with which department?
Sir, he is a legal metrology officer, which comes under Department of Consumer Affairs.
Okay. What are the roles and responsibilities of a legal metrology officer?
Yes. Sir, the major role, since it is a scientific job, so it's the responsibility are majority dealing with the weights and measurements that are used across the state. So the calibration of various petrol pumps. Second, various weigh bridges are there where various vehicles they are weighed down. So the calibration of various machines that comes under the major responsibility of this, sir.
Okay. Okay. You are a graduate of BITS Pilani.
Yes.
And you pursued manufacturing engineering.
Yes.
What all subjects you learned there?
Sir, as a branch, sir, it started just 10 years ago and it splitted from the conventional mechanical engineering. So around 40% of our syllabus is common with the mechanical engineering. The 60% part is more focused on how to improve the manufacturing products by focusing on various manufacturing processes like forging, casting, welding, and new machines like CNC, which can improve the overall efficiency and effectiveness of the product. So that was some major learning.
Okay. How can you use your manufacturing engineering knowledge as an administrator? Let's say it's a technical subject which you have learned, which you have invested.
Yes,
And
sir.
then don't you think that you should utilize your knowledge into the private sector or into a specialized sector rather than becoming a generalist, an IAS officer?
Sir, I believe that the skills and the learnings that I had as a manufacturing engineering would be hugely beneficial for me in the administration as well. So, for example, apart from the technical skills that are related to the manufacturing that is also applicable in the industrial and the manufacturing sector of our country, there are few other things that can be pondered over. So, sir, while we design any manufacturing process, we give a huge focus on the frugality. That means that we need to design various cost effective processes that is also applicable while implementing various government schemes as well. Secondly, sir, before going on or proceeding on to any process, we make a detailed level of analysis in order to ensure that we don't go wrong with our strategy as well, and that would also be beneficial in administration as well, sir. Thirdly, sir, we often do projects with our team, and there is a certain kind of element of teamwork that I also has learned, and also the various leadership qualities that would, sir, ultimately help me in the administration. So these are the skills that would help me there as well.
You said as an engineer, you learned about the cost effective nature of production process, right?
Yes, sir.
But as an IAS officer, do you think that the cost matters too much in comparison to the social impact of that scheme? So on the one side, we see very common the news are just like the election commission, the person, the officer, he visited 70 kilometers just for one vote, two vote, or three votes. Do you think that is the most cost effective manner or it's the social effective manner?
But I think that there is a need to balance between the both. Yes, we have various programs that just don't look into the cost of a particular things. But sir, we also need to look into the fact that government currently is does not have that much amount of resources. So the proper utilization of resources also come into the picture. So by having a manufacturing kind of outlook, a balance can be approached in the sense that the resources that we are currently using, how they can be best utilized as well, and also how can we improve the social impact of that scheme. So a blend can be, sir, achieved in my opinion.
Okay, because
Hmm. So Jayant, you are from anthropology optional, right?
Yes.
So tell me about the major Paleolithic sites from Rajasthan and also describe their characteristics. Just in brief, don't go in detail, in brief.
Sir, Paleolithic sites.
Yes, yes.
Sir, as per my limited knowledge, sir, one of the site named as Bagor in the Jodhpur district, if I'm not wrong, it is one of the sites, and we have found various stone tools there that are specially cleavages and the boulders there. Secondly, sir, in the Luni region also there is one site, sir, but I'm not exactly aware of the name of it. These are the two sites which I'm able to recall right now.
Bagor is not a Paleolithic site, it is a Mesolithic site.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
And it
Sir,
is
I'll
in,
think about it.
yeah, it is in Bhilwara district, not in Jodhpur. Luni is correct. Okay, also tell me about the tribal welfare steps taken by Rajasthan government regarding the tribal welfare in your state.
Yes, sir. So there are various steps that has been taken by the government. So, sir, presently the utilization of the funds that are provided under the tribal subplan or scheduled tribe component, Rajasthan is one of the best performing states. It has utilized most of its funds, especially in the southeastern part of Rajasthan, which is a majority tribal population. Secondly, sir, we also have reservation in the special government jobs from the areas that are covered under the TSP or the tribal subplan areas, especially tribes like Bhils, Meenas, Saharia tribes who are very much vulnerable. So the government is also uplifting them. Thirdly, sir, government also gives various concessions, especially in the schemes like midday meal and the nutritional schemes, in order to improve the overall nutritional benefits of these tribals. And sir, lastly, sir, as COVID is going on, the government is also heavily focusing on improving the vaccination coverage, especially of the tribal districts like Bhilwara, Pratapgarh, of that regions. And sir, the overall response have also been very good. So these are the major steps.
the tribal culture of Rajasthan is shaping the, I would say, main culture of today. It has very well incorporated the major tribal culture. Can you
Yes.
point out few areas where it has intermingled so well?
So the first is that Ghumar dance that is quite very prevalent in Rajasthan. It has been taken from the Bhil tribe.
Yes.
So it came into picture when the earlier Bhil tribe, who were there in the Udaipur region, when they helped Maharana Pratap. So from there it started. It has intermingled. Secondly, sir, there is a festival of the Seheria tribe in the eastern part of Rajasthan. I'm not exactly able to recall the name of it. In that, sir, the people from all the regions of Rajasthan, they visit there, and it is a very good festival and fair that is often visited by various people. Thirdly, sir, the International Camel Festival that is being presented in Bikaner district, it is made communities from the western Rajasthan, and people from all over the world, they come to see it. And sir, fourthly, sir, the Kalbelia dance is also one example, which is highly ingrained in the mainstream
So,
society.
in a way, we can see different streams even in the mainstream culture, and it is a very good thing, I think. Other than that, you are fond of watching documentaries on World War II.
Yes, sir.
Uh, what all documentary you have watched so far, and by which director?
Sir, the recent one was a documentary named as The Forgotten Army. So it is a BBC documentary, and it was based on the Indian soldiers who were fighting on the side of British Army and then the Indian National Army under Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. And the second documentary was, which I remember, is on Netflix, narrated by Robert Powell. That is World War II in color. So it narrates the whole themes and various theaters of war that happened in World War II. And sir, one of the documentaries of BBC on Auschwitz concentration camp, that also is
Tell me
available.
about the major theaters. Means what are the major? I think the watershed events within the World War II, which eventually decided the course of the war.
So while talking of Europe, especially on the Eastern theater with the USSR, the Battle of Stalingrad in 1943 and 44 was a major turning event.
Tell me from the beginning to the end.
Yes. So the on Western sector, sir, when Germany invaded France, it turned the tide against the Allies, and Germany was very dominant there. Then, sir,
What
in
is what is the technical name for the kind of war that Hitler started with France?
sir, Blitzkrieg, the lightning wars. So then in 1942 and 43, when Allies defeated Nazi Germany and Italy in Africa with the help of British Indian Army, it was also a major turning point as well because Suez Canal was protected. Then, sir, we go on to the Eastern Theater in 1943 and 44. The Battle of Stalingrad is very important war. Then, sir, in 1944, the landings at Normandy, that also was a major turning event. And then, sir, lastly, in the Pacific War, the atom bombs used by USA on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It technically
Don't you think that it did not decided the course of the war, the atomic bombs? Because by that time, Germany got defeated. Japan was on the verge of accepting defeat. It was just, I would say, a fanciful nature of USA go ahead with atomic bombs.
yes.
Anyway, you are also fond of playing and watching tennis. Who has won the recent Wimbledon?
Sir, Novak Djokovic.
There are two other players who have also won the same number of major titles with him. Can you name them?
Yes, sir. Sir, the one is Roger Federer and the other one is Rafael Nadal.
Good. I think yesterday only one of the Indian sports person, he was playing in Tokyo Olympic. Can you
Yes.
name him
Yes,
from
sir.
tennis?
Sumit Nagal had a match with Russian player Daniel Medvedev, and sir, he lost it in the second round.
Yes, yes. So, what is the scope of like you are fond of sports? So, what is the scope of India? Like every year we are every 4 years we create so much hype that this year we will win 4 5 medals. We end up with hardly 2 3 medals. and that too depends upon the individual player rather than the efforts of the state.
Yes.
How can we change this?
Sir, I believe that, sir, we have all the capabilities and talent. Sir, we are a country of 1.3 billion. Sir, we just need to harness the proper amount of energy into the right direction, sir, in my opinion. Firstly, sir, we need to work on the amount of funds and investment that we need to give. So our sports budget is, sir, merely around 1600 crore. Sir, if we compare it with China, they are investing 2.2 lakh crore a year. It is 200 times more than us. So firstly, we need to improve on that. Secondly, sir, there are various specific areas which are very good at specific sports. So, for example, Northeast is very good at weightlifting, archery, boxing. So that can be properly harnessed. Thirdly, sir, there are various sports in Olympics that has huge potential of winning various medals. So, sir, swimming is one of them. So, Michael Phelps, he won 8 medals in just one event. So, we also need to focus in specifically in areas like swimming and gymnastics. And the tribe, sir, various tribes of South India, they are very good at it. So, that can also be, sir, harnessed. Sir, and I believe that we need to create proper infrastructure at the tier 2 and tier 3 cities as well in order to ensure that the talent specifically at the ground level, they are well recognized. Sir, lastly, sir, society still believes that sports as a career option is not that much viable. So, sir, we need to change that perception also because it is often very much overshadowed by the cricket. So we need to come out of that hang of cricket as well.
You were runner-up in one of the entrepreneurship competition in college.
Yes.
So, what are the challenges faced by an entrepreneur in India?
Yes. So the first one is, sir, the funding, sir, the amount of funding that a startup gets. It is very difficult, especially in the initial phases. The startups that we see today, Paytm, Zomato, they all were established literally 10 years ago. So the funding in the initial stage becomes very important, and that is a challenge. Secondly, sir, most of the startups in our country, sir, as per our statistics, 83% of these startups are running into losses. And that is largely due to the business strategies that these particular startups are doing. So we also need to think that startup is not just about getting up with the idea. We also need to scale it up to have a proper business as well. So incubations and giving them proper amount of guidance also, that becomes also very important. Thirdly, sir, startups as a culture, it is very much concentrated in cities like Bangalore, Delhi, and Mumbai. But we don't see that much of startup culture in Northeast India or Eastern India, or for example, Western India.
My question was not regarding to startups. I was asking in general entrepreneur, the challenges faced by an entrepreneur in doing business in India in general.
Okay, sir. Sir, I didn't get your question. Now I'll answer it. So the first one is, sir, ease of doing business with respect to the entrepreneurship. Our logistics costs are very much high, around 14% of our GDP. They goes
What
into
is
the
the biggest issue in ease of doing business that India is facing currently?
sir, enforcing of contracts and the ease of exit of various companies. We are currently ranked very low in those two factors.
You use the word incubation. What is
Yes.
incubation?
So these are various specific centers in which the various startups, they are provided with all the technical know-how on how to start a business, how to get your finances correct, and how to do proper marketing. So they are groomed by various companies who take some amount of share from your startup as well, and then they provide you with a proper guideline of strategy.
It is done only by the companies, or the government is also helping the new startups?
So the government is also helping under the Startup India program. It has set up various incubation centers as well, and various people from the industry only, they are coming up and they are properly grooming those startups as well. And secondly, sir, on the school level as well, the government is has opened around 8,000 Atal Tinkering Lab, in which they are also focusing on improving the scientific capability of students who are coming with the idea at school level.
That's different from incubation part. That
Yes, sir.
opinion.
Sir, on the, yes, sir.
Are you aware of any incubation center in Rajasthan?
Sir, we had an incubation center in at our college in BITS Pilani.
You missed that part. You were talking about at school level we have, at the private sector we have, but not the major education institutions. IITs, they have a lot of incubation center. BITS Pilani is having
Yes.
an incubation center also.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, one more question I want to ask. You spent majority of your life in which city?
Sir, Bikaner, sir.
And after that,
Sir, after that, sir, Pilani.
tell me the 2-3 cultural differences which you have find between Pilani and Bikaner.
Yes. Sir, firstly is with respect to clothing. So Pilani is in with proximity of Haryana. So the clothing is more similar to the Haryana. And while in Bikaner, the dhoti is more prevalent because it gives a protection against the heat. Secondly, sir, the amount of the kind of food that we eat. So the bajri is very much prevalent, especially in Bikaner region, because it is a major crop, and the sangri sabzi, which grows on the khejdi, that is quite prevalent. While in Pilani, they give more focus on wheat because it has a very good agricultural cultural differences that I gather.
And other than this,
Sir, since Pilani comes under the Junjunu district, so it is very famous for its contribution to the military. So I have seen various villages where youth are very much motivated to join the army. That is different from the Bikaner.
okay. I think that's it from my side.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Jayant, the formal part is over. We'll start from giving you the feedback
Yes, sir.
and the areas of improvement. There are some very small areas of improvement. I found you very confident chap, good command over the language, good smile, obedient kind of bureaucrat. All the bureaucratic characteristics or values which you find, they are all good. Current knowledge is also good. You connected many questions with the current knowledge, COVID, Ovid, etc. and all. Language is balanced and everything was good. Matlab, related to the Olympics, which we have asked a question, it was really, you addressed it very well. But some of the areas of improvement, there are small areas in the soft skill which I found.
Yes.
So first of all, when we are asking a question, you are saying yes sir too many times. It gives an impression of an overconfident chap. So you have to use this word yes sir, very in wherever it is required. Whenever we are asking a question, you should not say yes sir. It gives an impression as if like पूछ लो मेरे को सब आता है.
Yes,
So वो yes sir को decrease करना है, फिर yes sir कर रहा है, उसको decrease करना है. Use an informal word guy. I'm a multitasking guy, or this particular guy you said. When I asked you a question, introduce yourself and all, use I am a multitasking or a hard-working guy. So don't use informal terminologies in your answer, especially at the start of your interview. Introduction में ही आपने एक informality का एक वो दे दिया था मुझे. Then Paleolithic वाला अगर आप guess कर रहे हो तो you have to take the permission. Otherwise, देखो you telling you from our experience, you will not find it difficult to fetch 185. Okay. Now my feedback is totally dependent upon how to increase it from 185 to 205. उस 15-20 के लिए ही discussion है. Okay. Even without giving you any of my feedback, you will easily fetch 185 score. उसमें issue ही नहीं है. But the thing is, these are small things which matters to increase the score after 185, because 185 knowledge पे मिलेगा. उसके ऊपर वाला soft skills पे मिलेगा. Please. I think I asked you a question related to the cultural difference between Bikaner and this. And in any of the question which we asked, some of the questions were difficult, but you never took a pause to recollect your thoughts and then give the reply. And then after differentiating on 2 points, you stopped. And then I asked you, okay, aur batao, and then you said military, employment, etc. and all these things. Sometimes you have to appreciate the experience of the panel member. समझो उसको, वो bureaucrats हैं. Bureaucrats means yes-manship. So try to identify those 1 or 2 questions in which the questions are really good. Although you are prepared, you know the answer, but still appreciate the knowledge or the intellect of the panel members. Give a thought to these questions, smile, give an impression that the question is actually difficult. and then give the reply in the best way. वो तो आपके आंसर्स तो वैसे ही अच्छे हैं. Yeah.
जैसे तुम्हारा मैंने पूछा ना कि मेजर थिएटर्स बताओ, ठीक है, तो तुम सीधा स्टालिनग्राड पे चले गए, वो तो चलो ठीक है, लास्ट टर्निंग पॉइंट तो वही था. अगर रशिया डिफीट नहीं करता तो जर्मन्स वैसे ही परेशान कर देते और ज्यादा. स्टिल वही करना.
I think so.
Is it fine now? Clear?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
सर वो पॉज के बाद सर वो
I think let us switch off our video now. I think so कुछ buffering issue होगा. You can also switch off your video.
yes.
ठीक है. तो जयंत, जैसे आपको जो पॉज लेने के लिए हम बोल रहे हैं उसका फायदा ये है, जैसे एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था मैंने आपको थिएटर्स के ऊपर वर्ल्ड वॉर 2 में, ठीक है, तो आप थोड़ा सा पॉज लेंगे तो आप अच्छा स्ट्रक्चर कर पाएंगे उसको. फॉर एग्जांपल आपको सारी अच्छी डिटेल्स पता थी लेकिन आप स्टार्ट सीधा स्टालिनग्राड से कर गए, ठीक है. अगर मेरा क्वेश्चन होता द मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट टर्निंग पॉइंट इन द सेकंड वर्ल्ड वॉर, देन आपका आंसर सही होता. लेकिन उन्होंने पूछा कि मेजर इवेंट्स या फिर मेजर थिएटर्स बताओ, तो आप बता सकते थे भाई कि जैसे नॉर्मंडी भी है, या फिर स्टार्टिंग से आप बैटल ऑफ डनकर्क, बैटल ऑफ इंग्लैंड, ऐसे ऐसे करके काफी सारी बैटल्स हैं, ठीक है, और बाद में आपने उनको बताया भी. तो मेन चीज यही है कि आप कोशिश करो कि थोड़ा सा पॉज लो ताकि और अच्छा आंसर दे पाओ. आपके पास नॉलेज तो ऑलरेडी काफी फाइन ट्यून्ड है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू योर डेफ, ठीक है सर.
मैं कुछ वैल्यू ऐड कर रहा था क्या? नहीं, आई थिंक मेजर हो गया था. ये कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव वाले क्वेश्चन में मतलब थोड़ा और अच्छे से फ्रेम कर सकता था कि हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू यूज योर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग नॉलेज एज एन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर ऑस्ट्रेलिया. मतलब आई फाउंड इट, तो अगर नॉर्मल बच्चा होता कोई तो ठीक है उस हिसाब से, बट इफ वी आर टारगेटिंग 200 के आसपास में उस वैसा आंसर नहीं निकल के आया वो.
सर उसमें क्या मतलब सर, ऐसे मतलब एग्जांपल देके बता सकता हूँ कि इधर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग को लगा सकते हैं इस टाइप से.
थोड़ा एक काम करो, इसको ना रिफाइन कर लो आपकी और कौन से पॉइंट्स लिख सकते हैं. सो मैं यहाँ पे अपना नंबर लिख रहा हूँ, उसमें मुझे एक बार रिफाइन करके 2-3 ऑप्शंस दे दो.
हाँ सर.
उसके हिसाब से वी कैन फाइनलाइज इट कि इस वाले आंसर को चला लेंगे हम. तो विल फाइनलाइज 2 आंसर्स. So whatever drafts which you want to create, just send it to me. You can drop a text also. You can send me the audio notes also. और उन 1 या 2 के बेसिस पे मैं रिफाइनमेंट करके बता दूंगा.
सर व्हाट्सएप कर सकता हूँ सर?
या व्हाट्सएप ही ओनली.
ओके
व्हाट्सएप ओनली, प्रेफरेबली व्हाट्सएप ओनली.
सर एक क्वेश्चन था जो आपने फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन पूछा कि दैट इज नॉट मेंशन्ड इन योर डेफ.
उसमें सिबलिंग्स वगैरह आप ऐड कर सकते हो, फादर का कुछ और एक्स्ट्रा पार्ट ऐड कर सकते हो, मदर का कुछ और एक्स्ट्रा पार्ट कर सकते हो. यू स्टार्टेड विद योर नेम व्हिच वाज बैड, बट एनीवेज यू कवर्ड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. मतलब इनिशियली द क्वेश्चंस व्हिच आई आस्क्ड उसको आपने बाद में कवर अप कर लिया.
ओके.
सो जो व्हाटएवर इज नॉट इन द डैफ, आई थिंक यू कवर टीटी या समथिंग, कुछ और एक्स्ट्रा एक पोर्शन आप बोल सकते हो.
ओके सर.
जो भी डैफ में मेंशन नहीं है, बट ये आजकल कॉमन क्वेश्चन हो गया है.
सर किसी एक जगह मुझे ये सजेस्ट किया गया था कि थोड़ा ह्यूमरस बनने के लिए अपना ब्लड ग्रुप बताओ, वो तो नहीं करना है ना?
नहीं
तो मैंने बोला नहीं इसीलिए सर.
नहीं वो नहीं होगा यार. मतलब वो फॉर्मल में चलेगा नहीं. कंसीडर योरसेल्फ एज एन एसडीएम एंड थिंक आप डीसी के साथ कैसे कम्युनिकेट करोगे, बस वही है. दैट इज व्हाट द रेड लाइंस आर. ठीक है
जी.
ठीक है विकास, और कुछ इनपुट है क्या?
एक तो जैसे मैंने क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया था आपका एंथ्रोपोलॉजी बैकग्राउंड पे, पैलेलिथिक वगैरह, ये जो भी कल्चर्स पढ़ते हैं ना आप ये सब, ठीक है.
हाँ सर.
और आपका ट्राइबल स्टेट है तो थोड़ा सा कोशिश करो इनको अच्छे से एक बार पढ़ लेने की.
ओके सर.
आपने सेकंड क्वेश्चन बहुत अच्छा आंसर किया था, बिकॉज राजस्थान में ही मेरे ख्याल से सबसे ज्यादा प्रीडोमिनेंट स्टेट है जिसमें ट्राइबल कल्चर्स बहुत मेन स्ट्रीम में है.
हाँ
ठीक है, वो आपने बहुत अच्छा आंसर दिया. आई वाज वेरी हैप्पी विद दैट. उसके बाद अपना एक बार ये मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंजीनियरिंग का आंसर जो थोड़ा सा और अच्छा सा रिफाइन करो.
जी.
ठीक है.
ओके सर.
हाँ, बिट अपना जैसे बिट्स प्लानिंग काफी अच्छा इंस्टीट्यूशन है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू कॉलेज. इसके रिगार्डिंग थोड़ा अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करना, कब एस्टेब्लिश हुआ, किस तरीके से है, क्या रिसर्च वहाँ पे आज चल रही है. और आप सिंस अपना फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट दे रहे हो तो सीधा आपने आप इंजीनियरिंग में करियर क्यों नहीं देख रहे हैं जब मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में इंडिया लैक है, क्या आप क्या डिफरेंस बना सकते थे वहां जाकर. उस तरीके के कुछ क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछे जा सकते हैं. ठीक है.
यस
वो आप जरूर देखो, बिकॉज आपका एक थोड़ा यूनिक सा इंजीनियरिंग फील्ड है जिसमें आपने इंजीनियरिंग करी है अभी,
हाँ
तो
सर
उसके रिलेटेड थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्ट आ जाएगा।
सॉरी वैल्यू ऐड कर रहा हूँ इसमें, ये मेक इन इंडिया, आत्मनिर्भर भारत, ये सब भी उसका डील कर लेना, ठीक है, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंजीनियरिंग।
ओके सर।
बाकी ट्रैवलिंग पे मैंने कोई क्वेश्चन पूछा नहीं, वो आप जरूर किसी और मौके में कहीं क्वेश्चन पूछा जाए तो थोड़ा तैयार कर लेना।
हाँ सर।
Other than that, I think everything is fine. Soft skill में सर ने जो आपको बताए हैं, फाइन ट्यूनिंग करनी है हल्की फुल्की, वो ठीक है। Other than that, ऐसा परफॉर्मेंस आप अगर फाइनल में दोगे तो आई थिंक 180 is the minimum that you will get. बस ब्लफ करने पे ध्यान देना, बिकॉज अगर आप मेरे से विदाउट परमिशन कुछ गैस करेंगे तो आई विल थिंक दैट ही इज डिसऑनेस्ट। ओके, वो कहीं भी मत आने देना, बिकॉज उससे ना एकदम 30-40 नंबर जाते हैं।
ठीक है सर।
ठीक है, तो ये चीज आप ध्यान रखना, बिकॉज एक तो आपका ऑप्शनल भी है ना यार, तो वो आपको पता होना चाहिए क्योंकि आप पढ़ते हैं पैलियोलिथिक मेसोलिथिक, एक बार हल्का सा पढ़ लेना, वैसे ऑप्शनल का बहुत ज्यादा सिलेबस नहीं है। स्पेसिफिकली ट्राइबल इश्यूज आई वुड सजेस्ट, और थोड़ा बहुत बिकॉज जैसे बीकानेर ये सब जो है ना, यहाँ हर जगह पैलियोलिथिक साइट्स वगैरह काफी जगह मिली हैं। और अभी 2-3 दिन पहले ही आपको न्यूज में था कि हरियाणा में सबसे बड़ी पैलियोलिथिक साइट अभी मिली है फरीदाबाद के पास में। ठीक है, तो एज आप इस ऑप्शनल के हैं एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, तो आप उसको पढ़ लेना एक बार अच्छे से।
सर मैं अभी रिसेंट में जितने भी आर्कियोलॉजिकल साइट जो न्यूज में वो भी देख लूंगा।
हाँ, वो जरूरी है बिकॉज आपका टॉपिक है ना एंथ्रोपोलॉजी।
हाँ
ठीक है, और वाइल आंसरिंग जैसे एक वही क्वेश्चन था पैलियोलिथिक वाला, जो टूल्स मिले ना थोड़ा स्पेसिफिक होकर बताओ। स्टोन टूल्स तो मुझे पता ही, मैं स्टोन एज की बात करूँ तो स्टोन टूल से मिलेंगे ना।
हाँ
ठीक है, टेक्नोलॉजी बता दो उसकी, फ्लेक है, ब्लेड है, क्या है, किस तरीके की टेक्नोलॉजी के स्टोन टूल हैं। उसके बाद उनका अगर कुछ और वैल्यू एडिशन कर सको, कितने अमाउंट में मिले हैं, या कोई वो फैक्ट्री साइट थी, या फिर सिर्फ वहां पे हैबिटेशन भी थी साथ में, तो ये सब बताओगे तो दीज आर स्पेसिफिक थिंग्स दैट यू शुड मेंशन इन एन आंसर।
ओके सर। एक क्वेश्चन था कि जैसे अभी कंट्रोवर्शियल क्वेश्चन जो बन रहे हैं, अंडर रिपोर्टिंग ऑफ कोविड डेथ्स, या फिर गवर्नमेंट्स कोविड पॉलिसी वेयर वी वेंट रॉन्ग इन सेकंड वेव, इन सबको कैसे प्रिपेयर किया जाए?
तो सोशल का क्लास है अभी आज है जो दिव्या लेंगे रिलेटेड टू रिजर्वेशन, ये सोशल इश्यूज वाला, और कोविड ये जो कंट्रोवर्शियल क्वेश्चंस है उसकी मैं एक क्लास लूंगा आफ्टर 2-3-4 days आई विल टेक अ क्लास जिसमें ये हेल्थ वाला एंड ऑल। वी हैव टू बी प्रो गवर्नमेंट। देखो इसमें ना, वी कैन नॉट क्रिटिसाइज द गवर्नमेंट in a 1-0 format. What we can say is what the government stand है, that the data has been collected from the response which we have received from the state. So if the states are not mentioning कि this death has been done because of lack of oxygen, it's not the central government prerogative to decide. तो वो कर ही नहीं सकते हैं. Although we can say morally it is wrong, but that is what the legal locus standi it is.
सर ये बता सकते हैं कि अंडर रिपोर्टिंग जैसे बहुत लोग पोस्ट कोविड कॉम्प्लिकेशन से भी डेथ हुई है, पर उनको कोविड के अंदर नहीं माना जाता, तो ये सब इश्यूज भी हाईलाइट कर सकते हैं उसके साथ? मतलब
हम rather than telling them central government का problem, we can tell them state governments का problem है. We can labelize state government.
Okay sir.
कि स्टेट के लेवल पे हुआ है, मतलब गवर्नमेंट के लेवल पे हुआ है अंडर रिपोर्टिंग, बट इट वाज such an situation in which reporting has not been given the first priority जो होना चाहिए था. इसकी जो बाकी निटिग्रिटीज की डिटेल्स है ना, वो मैं एक सेशन ले लूंगा, उसमें कवर कर लेंगे कंट्रोवर्शियल टॉपिक्स वाला.
ओके,
अभी आपके पास तो 1 महीना पड़ा है, शायद 23 अगस्त को है, काफी वेल प्रिपेयर्ड है. बहुत सारे, कितने मॉक दिए हैं अब तक
सर? 10+ तो होंगे सर.
अभी थोड़ा ऑटोमेटेड मोड चल रहा है.
हाँ, अभी ये वाला सर काफी 15 दिन बाद दिया मैंने, तो ये 15 दिन से पहला मॉक है, तो मैं अब कम ही दूंगा मॉक.
बट अभी नंबर ऑफ मॉक्स आपको कम करना पड़ेगा यार. ये दिस इज लाइक एन रोबोटिक रिप्लाई आने लग जाएंगे नहीं तो थोड़े दिनों में.
जी सर.
मतलब मैं सजेस्ट करूंगा, आप अगर 23rd को आपका इंटरव्यू है तो एक 16-17 के आसपास में 1-to-1 मेरे साथ फाइनल लास्ट कर लेना बस एक और 16-17 से पहले कोई एक या मैक्स टू मैक्स 2 मॉक दे सकते हो, कहीं और देना है तो. मैक्स बता रहा हूँ बस ये.
ठीक है सर.
उनको आप रख लो टाइम फ्रेम में. ये जो सॉफ्ट स्किल वाला पार्ट है ये बहुत जरूरी है यार तुम्हारे लिए.
हाँ,
बिकॉज यू हैव एवरी चांस टू स्कोर मोर देन 200. बस ये सॉफ्ट वाले छोटे छोटे पार्ट आपको फोकस करने हैं. बट ये पर्सनालिटी ट्रेट्स हैं, दे आर एक्चुअली वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू इम्प्रूव अपॉन. आपको इंटेंशनली माइंड में रखना पड़ेगा कि ये 5 चीजें मुझे नहीं करनी है, बिकॉज वो नेचुरल टेंडेंसी है यस सर बोलने का.
हाँ, मैं अब जैसे क्वेश्चंस रिकॉर्ड करूंगा खुद से, तो मैं उसमें ये प्रीडिटरमाइंड रखूंगा खुद को कि ये नहीं
ठीक
करना।
है। सो कोई भी 2 मॉक दे दो, आप एक दे दो 2-3 तारीख के आसपास में, एक दे दो 5-6 तारीख के आसपास में, बस।
ओके
15 दिन का हम गैप रखेंगे आपका लास्ट मॉक और फाइनल इंटरव्यू में। ये 16-17 के आसपास में जो 1-to-1 कह रहा हूँ वो इनफॉर्मल होगा, कोई फॉर्मल नहीं है। आपको कुछ भी क्वेश्चंस में रिफाइनमेंट करानी हो, कुछ आयन आउट करने हो, कंट्रोवर्शियल इश्यूज में स्टैंड देखना हो, वाई IAS, इन सब चीजों के रिगार्डिंग हम डिस्कस करेंगे बस। मेरी तरफ से जो फॉर्मल था वो आज फिनिश हो गया है, जो हमें सजेशंस देने थे।
ओके
इसके बाद 2 मॉक देंगे, उसके बाद हाँ यू कैन ड्रॉप अ व्हाट्सएप टू मी, मैं मैसेज शेयर कर, नंबर शेयर कर दिया है मैंने आपके साथ। तो अगर कुछ रिफाइन कराना हो तो आप वो कंटिन्यूअस बेसिस पे कोर्स करेक्शन करते रहेंगे।
ठीक है सर।
मुझे लगता नहीं है आपको और मॉक्स देने चाहिए,
ओके सर।
बिकॉज ओवर 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 हो रहा है जो
ओवर रिहर्स
दिख
हो
रहा
रहा
है।
है।
जी जी
बट ठीक है, तुम्हारा स्पॉन्टेनियस भी ठीक है,
हम्म,
बस बाकी जो हमने आपको चीजें बताई माइन्यूट, उनका ध्यान रख लेना, ठीक है।
ओके
एंड न्यूज़पेपर को कवर करते रहो, स्पेसिफिकली रिलेटेड टू योर डेफ।
सर, अभी मैं इंडियन एक्सप्रेस और टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया पढ़ रहा हूँ, उसके अलावा जरूरत नहीं।
मतलब टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया को तो पढ़ना ही पढ़ना है, उसके अलावा आपकी मर्जी है। अब
ठीक है।
हिंदू पढ़ोगे तो थोड़ा नेगेटिव जाएगा, बट यू हैव अ गुड पॉजिटिव पर्सनालिटी।
से आपका प्राइज में ना सबसे पहले गोल्ड मेडल है, तो
हाँ।
एक क्वेश्चन तो इसी पे उल्टा आएगा, ठीक है।
ओलंपिक्स
गोल्ड मेडल क्यों नहीं जीत पा रहे हम, ठीक है, उस तरीके से
हाँ
तो
सर।
अच्छे से प्रिपेयर कर लेना। और टेनिस पे इतना क्वेश्चन नॉर्मली पूछते नहीं है, बिकॉज लोग खेलते नहीं है यहाँ। एनजीओस पे क्वेश्चन आने के चांसेस हैं, ठीक है। एनजीओस पे थोड़ा सा ठीक से एक बार प्रिपेयर करेंगे। हिंदी लैंग्वेज रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन आ सकते हैं, कोई जॉइंट कोऑर्डिनेटर आपने लिखा हुआ है प्रेस क्लब का कि हिंदी की आज की स्टेट क्या है लैंग्वेज की, और विजुअल इंग्लिश क्या है, ठीक है। क्यों हम लोग इतने ज्यादा डिफेंसिव हो जाते हैं अपनी लैंग्वेज को यूज करने में, ये सब कुछ क्वेश्चन आ सकते हैं, तो उसका आप तैयारी जरूर कर लेना।
ओके सर।
वर्ल्ड वॉर 2 रिलेटेड कुछ अगर न्यूज में रहा है, कुछ नया आया है, तो वो जरूर एक बार देख लेना, ठीक है।
ओके सर।
बाकी टेनिस ठीक है, ट्रैवलिंग में 1-2 क्वेश्चन देख लेना। चलो ठीक है,
ओके,
ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक्स अ लॉट।
बाय।